The kingdom of Thallus stood on the brink of war. High atop a sheer cliff, the mighty castle Stormwatch braved the elements, surrounded by a sea of jagged, snow-covered peaks. Dark clouds churned overhead, casting the landscape in ominous shadows. Below, a legion of armored knights assembled, their banners snapping in the fierce, biting wind. These were the Stormwatchers, sworn defenders of the realm. Their leader, Sir Alaric, a figure of indomitable strength and honor, rode at the forefront. His battle-scarred armor gleamed dully in the faint light, a testament to countless battles fought and won. He raised his sword high, the signal to charge, and the thunderous roar of the knights echoed through the valley. The battle for the future of Thallus was about to begin. The knights surged forward, their steeds pounding the muddy earth with relentless fury. As they met the enemy, the air filled with the clashing of steel and the cries of warriors. Horses reared and snorted, and the ground was soon churned into a quagmire of mud and blood. Sir Alaric fought at the forefront, his sword a blur of deadly precision. Above the fray, archers perched on the castle walls loosed a hail of arrows, striking down enemy soldiers with unerring accuracy. The gates of Stormwatch creaked ominously, partially open as defenders rushed to repel the attackers. Amidst the chaos, Alaric's voice boomed commands, rallying his men to hold the line. The fate of the kingdom rested on their valor and strength. With a deafening crash, the gates of Castle Stormwatch finally gave way. The invaders poured into the courtyard, a flood of steel and fury. Inside, the battle took on a new ferocity, as defenders met the onslaught with unwavering resolve. Flames licked at the edges of the stone walls, casting a hellish glow over the scene. Sir Alaric fought like a man possessed, his sword cleaving through enemy ranks. The air was thick with smoke and the acrid smell of burning wood. Despite the chaos, Alaric's presence was a beacon of hope. His soldiers, inspired by his bravery, fought with renewed vigor. The courtyard became a brutal battleground, where every inch was contested fiercely. The fight spilled into the castle's interior, transforming its majestic halls into arenas of bloody combat. Sir Alaric led his men through the labyrinthine corridors, the walls adorned with torn tapestries and shattered chandeliers. The rich opulence of Stormwatch's interior now lay in ruins, a stark contrast to the fierce battle raging within. In the grand hall, Alaric faced his greatest challenge yet. Standing before him was General Kyle, the ruthless leader of the invading army. Their swords met with a resounding clash, and the two warriors engaged in a deadly dance. Sparks flew as steel met steel, and the hall echoed with the sounds of their titanic struggle. The fate of Stormwatch, and perhaps the entire kingdom, hung in the balance. With a final mighty blow, Sir Alaric felled General Kyle. The enemy leader crumpled to the ground, defeated. The remaining invaders, demoralized by the loss of their leader, began to flee or surrender. The great hall, once a place of grandeur, was now a scene of devastation. Broken furniture and fallen tapestries littered the floor, and the air was thick with smoke. Alaric stood amidst the ruins, his chest heaving with exertion. Dawn's first light began to filter through the shattered windows, casting a golden hue over the scene. His eyes scanned the hall, taking in the cost of their victory. Despite the destruction, there was a sense of relief and hard-won triumph. The battle was over, and Stormwatch still stood. As the first rays of dawn illuminated the castle, survivors emerged from the shadows. Defenders and civilians alike began to assess the damage and tend to the wounded. The courtyard, once a scene of fierce combat, now buzzed with activity as people worked to rebuild and recover. Sir Alaric, his armor stained with the blood of battle, moved among his men, offering words of encouragement and lending a hand where needed. In one corner of the courtyard, Alaric knelt beside an injured comrade, his expression softened with concern. The dawn light cast a warm glow over the scene, contrasting sharply with the smoke and destruction. Despite the devastation, There was a palpable sense of hope. The people of Thallus had faced the storm and emerged stronger. Together they would rebuild and forge a new future from the ashes of the old.